Hello and welcome back to the Cronecast at the Rising Moon. My name is Elaine, and on this channel I do astrology reads, I do Spirit Guide Weekly Divine Guidance Message reads, I do Yes and No Tarot, I do Predictive Tarot, I do Candle Magic Tarot, I do Active Magic Candle Magic Tarot, and today that's what I have for you. I have a combination of Yes and No Tarot with Active Magic Candle Magic Tarot. The spell itself is a truth-revealing spell, and the question for the yes or no is, can I trust him or her? And it does reveal the truth. So before you start watching this, make sure you want to know all of these candles have been anointed first with a conjure oil called Truth Serum, and then with another conjure oil for each pile that has a specific area of life. It could be about fidelity, it could be about money, it could be about a couple of other things. There's going to be 4 piles in a pick a card presentation. There's going to be an insert, so you should concentrate, see which one calls out to you. The timestamps will be in the description box down below. This is pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, pile number 4, flirting with fire again. Again, remember, this is a truth revealing spell. If you don't really want to know, maybe don't watch. And if you do, please don't shoot the messenger. I hope it's all good news, but if it isn't, it's going to be in the reading. I'm so glad that you're here today, and I look forward to seeing you at the time of your reading. Take a moment, concentrate, see which one calls out to you, and we will try to get to the bottom of the matter. Hello and welcome back. If you chose candle number 1, pile number 1, then this is your candle and this is your reading. Again, all candles were anointed first with Truth Serum, and then this one was anointed with Attraction and Seduction. Are you able to trust his feelings for you? Are you able to, and it could be, by the way, this is not gender specific, I'm just using the particular pronoun because it makes it a little bit easier when speaking to have a pronoun attached to it. But it could be a man, it could be a woman. This is not a gender specific reading. This is a Truth Serum spell though. So this spell will reveal the truth to you about your person's feelings, about their intent, and about whether or not you can trust them. What I have on your spell plate is actually sugar, which acts as a drawing agent. So it should help sweeten the message no matter what happens. And then this is lapis lazuli, which is, it's a crystal that is very good about communication and empowering the truth. It has all been anointed with Truth Serum as well, blessed, empowered, and activated to draw the truth in for us. I have 2 small pink quartz hearts as well. They have also been blessed, empowered, and activated to reveal the truth of this particular relationship. There's mint to dissolve any energetic blockages surrounding the situation so the truth can enter. And by the way, what quite frequently happens is people go to sleep and then the next day they may not remember their dreams, but your dreams help reveal what the truth is. So make sure to concentrate on that candle. Remember, Active Magic Candle Magic Tarot is like Magical Takeout. I conjure the energies, I bless, empower, and activate all ingredients. And energy is not, you don't have to be present in the room with it to feel it. It's how readers read remotely and on the phone and in chat room atmospheres. You just need to be present with the energy. This energy is available for you. It is not the same thing as a 7-day working, but what it is a little booster spell to help give some clarity and some vision. That carnation is there to amplify the power of the spell itself. Carnations add power to a situation. All right, so all the cards were marked with an ace, and yours was marked with the Ace of Swords. That is a card for clarity. All right, I have exchanging gifts, like that, with Thinker. Your soulmate card is paint your dreams, sing your songs, enjoy the dance, life is art. Okay, all right. I have Moonlight, which is a card for intuition, and then I have Magic Stream. I have Envy from the energy deck with appreciation, and then 4th chakra, Archangel Raphael. So there's healing available in that heart chakra area. This might involve, it's not going to hold true for everybody, it's a general reading, quite simply can't, but it might involve a third-party situation with that envy situation as well. There could be, your person might be in the process of leaving somebody. What's going on here? Okay, let's get talking about the attraction and seduction group. Are they able to trust this person? Are they able to trust their person? Tell me for group number 1, are they able to trust their person? What's going on there? Show me the truth. Okay, that magic stream is also simply that everything is interconnected in our life. We think of things as separate events, and they're not. It's all part of a greater tapestry is the idea behind that. And then intuition is you should already really kind of have a deep sense of knowing about this. Exchanging gifts and thinkers. I like that. This is somebody that you should have kind of a good intellectual connection with. I don't think you're with them at present, but that's not necessarily going to hold true for everybody. That envy card is often about missing somebody. Okay, let's get going here. 2 more times. Can they trust this person? Are they going to be able to trust them? Love and seduction. Let's find out. Let's go. All right, this is the modern day spellcasters. King of Wands in reverse, 7 of Cups in the upright. Everything's pretty up in the air right now. Temperance is the foundation card. Patience and healing is what that means as well. Queen of Cups in the recent past the situation. 9 of Wands in reverse. Hierophant in reverse. Emperor in the upright. Feeling powerful. Empress in the upright. Lots of major arcana here, my friends. 2 of Pentacles in the upright. That's a balanced situation. Page of Wands in the upright. 5 of Cups in the upright. The World. Judgment. Ace of Swords in reverse. Death in the upright. 8 of Wands in reverse. 8 of Pentacles in reverse as well. Chariot in the upright. Okay. Like one more. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so what I've got here, let's get talking. We're going to draw some romance angels and things before we go. So, hey, group number 1, I have a pretty solid yes here. Yay! You are able to trust your person. And I do have a third-party situation. It does not look like a true 30-part situation, and it's not going to be for everybody. I've got multiple scenarios here. I do have somebody who is waiting for the person that they love. You think it is your soulmate. You are potentially right, by the way. You've been waiting for a while for this person to close out a relationship, and they are doing so. And you're kind of not in contact right now. This is a separation energy around this particular instance. You're very frustrated. You're wondering if this is all your imagination. It's not. It's taking a long time. There's a lot of healing to be achieved here. It looks like there's the dissolution of a marriage potentially, or a long-term commitment. Could be on both sides, but it's definitely on one. Do you know that you are being asked simply to inhabit your own life at this particular point, and understand that this is coming back to you, and it's not going to be all that long. This is a timeless reading. This is all within 6 months. Before the end of the year, I'm filming this in August of 2020. This is going to be within about 4 months of this particular seeing this reading. You will have about 4 months before things are really quite resolved, and it's going to be resolved in a way that eases your anxiety and insecurity. In the meantime, the universe is giving you all kinds of opportunities to continue to pursue your own goals. So what is up with your person? Their feelings about, gosh, they have been confused. It was a confusing situation for them. They have not communicated with you very well at all. They were just thrown completely off balance by everything. You were not somebody that they were anticipating entering their life. I've got another situation where it's somebody, they've known you for a long time, actually. There's always been something there. It wasn't acknowledged. Don't worry, it's nothing untoward. It's like there's nothing to feel guilty about here at all. They had a little hard time dealing with that, because I think when things started getting off the ground here, they really had questions about how long something had been kind of bubbling underneath the surface, and they had actually been in kind of a lot of denial about it at first. The Page of Wands with the 5 of Cups in reverse, and then the 2 of Pentacles. That's a difficult energy. Know that something is getting started, but there's disappointment attendant to it. There's been actually kind of a lot of pain surrounding this particular connection. There's a lot of frustration. There have been times where you have really thought about walking away. It's a karmic pairing. That's part of the reason there's so many karmic cards here. I have 1, 2, 3. I'm going to sneeze. Pardon me. Oh, pardon me. I guess I'm not going to have time to stop that. You have 1, let's see, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You have 9 karmic cards. Out of that's more than half of these. This is fate. It's fate at play. And I'm sorry, group number 1, the reason that you're asking this is things are not, what I've got here, things have not developed at the rate that you want them to. That envy is you think everybody has something that you don't. And it's not true. It's not true. I do have, gosh, you're trying really hard to focus on the right stuff. You are. You're trying to accomplish things in your own life, but you, particularly of late, have been wondering if it's time simply to move on. Listen, you can if you want. This is fate everywhere on this. It will catch up to you. Right now is not your time. Right now is not your time. Your person has their own stuff. They just has their own stuff, but they're actually very trustworthy. Then I have another situation where you were together for some time, and then you parted ways. You were in a committed relationship. It went on for over 2 years. Some basic misunderstandings around, it looks like something having to do with a family commitment for him. And it kind of got in the way. It got in the way. And you did part ways, and he moved away, it looks like. Either you moved or he moved. It could go either way. In love readings, that's how it often works. The energies can go either way. And you have been wondering for a while if it's something that will ever reignite, because he's on your mind a lot. He's on your mind a lot. This is going to come back to you. It is coming back to you. The reason that you don't hear from this person is that they tried really hard to move on. They really, really did. There we go. And I have give your relationship a chance, work on your partnership. And it's not because you had a bad relationship. You actually had a very good relationship. It's because they just didn't see a way. I think that their family commitment has something to do with a child. And they just could not see a way for it to work out. Because you were not, and this is in no way a judgment of you, you simply weren't interested in participating in that aspect of their life. This is an older child, and you really doubted the motives of this person. Getting to know each other, as you reveal your innermost self to each other, your bond deepens, and this could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. So group number 1, what you have here, I've got multiple scenarios. This is just such a solid yes that I'm going to keep just kind of muscling through here. The reason that you're watching this is that you're not in contact. You're just not in contact. That is going to be rectified. You have been left kind of high and dry, or at least you sure feel that way. Know that this person dreams about you almost every night. Almost every night. That's what the 7 of Cups in the upright can mean as well. They've had a hard time with this, though. They've had a hard time with this. The Empress and the Emperor, this is your twin flame in all likelihood. This is your soulmate. When are you going to be back in contact? For some people, it's coming very shortly, and in like the next 2.5 weeks or so. And it won't be a lot. It won't be a lot. It's just a kind of, hey, keep in touch base type of thing. For some people, this person is not re-entering your life until it's not for about another 6 weeks. And why are they doing that? They have their own issues. They just have their own issues. But if you're concerned that they're going towards anybody else, no. 100% no. If anything, they're having trouble figuring out what this relationship holds in their life. They're having trouble figuring out what to do with it. They know they have these very strong feelings. They suspect you have very strong feelings as well. They're just not entirely certain what to do with it. And that's a different situation than the person with the grown child, almost grown child. That person, they'll be getting in contact with you. Just ask kind of how you're doing with the state of affairs. And they're really looking for more information on that. Feel free to fill them in on your personal details. They are actually trying to figure out if you're pursuing anybody else. they kind of want to know that that door's still open. So be encouraging if you want them back. Be encouraging if you want them back. The person who is resolving, there was an energy there as well, that there is kind of a, you might have been resolving some kind of long-term relationship too, but they were also joyous fun. Okay. They were also, and they did not, they've known you somehow. They've known you somehow. You've been in their life for kind of a long time. There we go. Hidden motivations and joyous fun. I get that all the time. That is such a high level. Oh, I get it. All right. So this group shows up for me a lot. This is the empaths are, and I attract almost exclusively empaths. I'm not really sure why, but I do. We're very, very gifted at masking our feelings. So you are very good about putting a brave face on it. And guess what? It's the one time where, well, it's not going to be the one time. It's actually a good idea to try and reveal your feelings whenever possible. This person does kind of check up on you as much as possible. The honoring path. I don't read any of these cards. I don't read oracle cards in the reverse any longer. I did for a while and I just found it detracted. Here we go. Professional assistance, the honoring path. Okay. Okay. What you do for work is actually your life's purpose already. You don't need to keep looking for it, or you're being called to it very, very shortly. There we go. Let's take you. Playing it safe. That's partially what's going on with your person. I'm going to put this down. All that's holding you back in the instance where relationships are being resolved is your person has stuff to deal with. You're fine. Keep working on your stuff. I know it would be better to get a more concrete answer than that. I know that everybody would like to hear that, hey, on Friday at 8:37 p.m. your phone will ring. And it's not showing up as that. As soon as the feelings aren't going away. You can trust the feelings. You can trust that there's a future there. Why is it in this delayed pattern? That person has something to resolve. You're almost entirely resolved on your own end. But you don't need to question this. You keep questioning it. Like you do this kind of a lot. You go to YouTube readings constantly looking for an answer. Somebody stayed behind. Manifesting miracles. Your dream is soon to become reality. Trust your heart and continue to follow its guidance. Okay, so this happens sometimes. I'll pick up a deck and I'll look over and one gets left behind and it's never an accident. All right, manifesting miracles. Group number one, you're having trouble trusting the universe. There's no real reason to doubt this person other than you don't have all the evidence that you want, that this is a connection that is going through. You want progress and you want kind of more evidence at this point that there is something to be hoping for, that there's a reason to be watching this. The thing is you get that answer a lot. You get that answer a lot and you keep trying to reaffirm it, which means that you're not actually just kind of inhabiting the energy of trust. Trust is an integral part of love. Do try and work with that. You are very connected to your person. You're very connected to your person. 6 of Pentacles in the upright. Just know it's kind of a time to get some things resolved. If you're concerned that there's another person, there's never really going to be another person. Like, don't get me wrong. If you manage to not connect, then, this person might, have relationships with other people. It's never going to involve a level of 5 of Pentacles in reverse, Knight of Pentacles in reverse. It's just a delayed energy. It's just, yep. And it's been painful as can be. All right, can I get 2 more spooks? This is Spooky's, my divine message deck, and I do call him a he. This is just a very old Rider-Waite deck that one day quit reading for people and just kind of like clarifies a message from a reading. So can I get 1 more card? Can I get 1 more? Okay, returning. Okay, so group number 1. Listen, this is tearing you up. It's tearing you up inside. You don't need to have it tearing you up inside. You just don't. You can trust your person. You can trust the universe. This person has not actually done anything that makes you really concerned that they're going to love another person, but you worry a lot that they don't really have feelings for you. They really do. They really do. Timing is an issue. Timing is an issue. There are other things to be taken care of. In at least one group, there is a past mistake in how I'm having handled a family commitment that is causing some difficulties. And then for the most part, this is just people in separation wondering if this person really has feelings. They really have feelings. There really is a path forward. It's clear from some of those cards that this bothers you. This bothers you, and that 10 of Swords in reverse, sometimes it causes you a tremendous amount of emotional suffering. Please try not to let it. Please try not to let it. Everybody involved, your guides, your guardians, your ancestors, your angels, everybody knows that this is taking longer than it was even meant to. It's exterior influences, but it is not derailed. It's not derailed. This is not a connection that's going to go away. It will be with you. And will it ever physically be with you? Yes, please, please just try to be patient. And I don't like getting that answer either. But group number one, yes, you can trust your person. That's across the board. No matter what scenario was describing you, you can trust your person. And do trust that they will be with you soon. Thank you so much for joining me. If you like this reading, don't forget to subscribe. There's a button over there or down below. And if you drop a comment in the comment section down below, I will enter you in my free reading giveaway. If you would like to book me for a private reading, there's going to be an insert in a moment that contains all the information on how to contact me. My website has all my prices. I'd love a chance to read for you in real life. Thanks again for joining me. Remember, it's a resounding yes, you can trust your person. Take care. Be well. I will see you next time. Welcome back. If you chose candle number two, pile number two, then this is your candle, this is your reading. And hey, your candle was anointed with money drawing oil after it was anointed with truth serum. And why is that? Because sometimes when you're involved with somebody, you kind of need to know whether or not they're telling you the truth about their finances and what they're like with money. So can you trust them is the question. This is a truth serum spell. So the candle, of course, anointed with truth serum, then with money drawing oil. It is surrounded by sugar that helps sweeten the message, but it also helps draw things in. I have a lapis lazuli around it as well, which is blessed, empowered, and activated to clarify the truth to aid in communication. That is surrounded by mint that dissolves any energetic blockages around communication. There are 2 pink rose quartz hearts. That's to draw in the energy of love. And then there is also a carnation. And carnations magnify and amplify the power of any spell. They're awesome. They're wonderful. They're powerful. You have the Ace of Pentacles in the upright. That's funny. I didn't do that on purpose. The Ace of Pentacles, of course, pentacles are about earthly matters, often about money. Building blocks is what you've got from the Wisdom Oracle. I have everything you need. Your courage, strength, compassion, and love. Everything that you need is already within you. I think this is about needing to be self-sufficient. Cleaning house. Yeah, you're taking care of your own stuff right now. Follow the leader. I have a woman holding a coin. Storm warning. And then a door to personal healing and happiness. I don't have the answer on your yes or no yet. The last group, it was pretty much apparent from like immediately. So you're going to be able to trust this person with money. The first message that you're getting is that keep your money separate. Keep your money separate. And it does not have to do with whether or not they're trustworthy. It's that you have a little bit of a tendency to not maintain your individuality in the way that you need to. That's all. That's all. Okay. All right, got the Ace of Wands in the upright. Started something new and exciting, hooray. This is the Golden Wheel Tarot. It's the one I chose to do our spread with. I didn't put the decks underneath the Oracle cards this time simply because it shouldn't really impact which pile that you're picking. And it just makes for a slightly funny angle on things, so that's why I put it down. All right, can I get the rest of the cards, please? Can I get the rest of the cards, please? As per usual, I've had to turn off my air conditioning, so it's rapidly getting hot in here. All right, I've got the Hanged Man in the upright. I wonder if your person's job seeking. Oh, crap. Seven of Wands in the sorry, I've got the Queen of Swords in the upright. I've got the Seven of Wands in the upright as well. You can be involved in a creative endeavor. This is the air of, the energy of communication. You could be starting your own gig with that Ace of Wands in the upright as well. Building blocks. See, here's the thing that I have. Yeah, the Knight of Cups in reverse. That's usually something coming towards you no matter which direction it's in. It can be a frustrated, delayed energy when it's in reverse like that. Can I get two more, please? There we go. Come on. I'm going to shuffle. There we go. Once. This is twice. So I'm going to take the rest of it, dudes. There we go. I like to... Okay. Okay. Four of Pentacles in the upright. All right. That's what it is. You have to build your own stability first. Four of Swords in the upright. Five of Swords. I have the Seven of Wands, Pentacles in the upright. The World in the upright. I have the Knight of Wands in reverse. You have two Knights in reverse. Three of Cups in reverse. We have the Five of Pentacles in reverse. Good. Six of Wands in reverse. I have Judgment in the upright. The Lovers in reverse. Ten of Cups in the upright. In the reverse. King of Cups in the upright. And let's see what else we've got. Star in reverse. Six of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. So, interestingly enough, can you trust this person? You know what? Honest to goodness, it's not actually a real question about your relationship in this instance. You can trust this person. They're a trustworthy person. They're actually quite good with money. You are actually the person who needs to work on having a stronger foundation for yourself. And you're being asked here to make sure that you keep everything individual and separate, even when you are together. And some people are already with this person. And you have not mixed your finances, and you're wondering what, oh, I see. You're wondering if your person is spending money on somebody else because they're just nervous and they save as much as they humanly can. I've got a scenario in which you're involved with somebody who they keep telling you all they're ever doing is working, and you're kind of wondering what in the world's going on. They're so freaked out about the world. They are so freaked out about the world. They are just trying so hard to build stability underneath them. They're so freaked out. And I have so much isolation energy around this. This is a timeless reading, but I am filming this in 2020, where a lot of people have been separated from the people that they want to see, unless they're actively involved in that. By the way, I do have at least someone who is already married. And you have a lot of conflicts around this, and you're wondering if you're able to trust this person, like in a larger scope of things. Yes, but don't trust them with your money. They never learned good habits, and they're very resistant to doing so. It is always going to be important to keep separate accounts for you. You've been fighting a lot about money. You've been fighting a lot about money. You kind of have the attitude that it's very, very, very important to clear all debt. And your person is trying to kind of get something off the ground. And they're being what you consider kind of imprudent. Keep your money separate. It's just the easiest way to do that. Have household bills where you pay some of them, your person pays the other part. And you can it's important to have shared goals. Your person's trying to do something. They are trying to get something off the ground. Try not to take its temperature quite as frequently as you are. You have a past in this situation that doesn't have to do with money. And it is the thing that's informing you. I have really actually overall very trustworthy energy around this. I do have one extra situation here where the way that your relationship formed was you were the third party in a third party situation, and you have a lot of trouble now. Your person did choose you in that scenario, and now you have a lot of trouble trusting them. There is no current reason not to. Okay, there is no current reason not to. Is it going to be the long-term relationship that you want it to be? I think so. It's not firmly defined yet. It genuinely is not firmly defined yet. Yeah, you don't have a balanced relationship yet. You're still giving more than you're getting. And you're doing that as a way to try and compensate for your fear. You figure if you're just the most wonderful human being on the face of the earth, that there's just no way that they will ever leave you. Please understand that it makes sense. It makes sense why you're a little bit insecure in this particular connection. Your person's not going to chronically have another person. This is not one of those situations. That said, do beware. There's always going to be that little that trust in that area is always going to be a little bit hard to achieve from both of your sides. Your person wonders about you too. And it's just part of, what went into the formation of, and I'm not in any way judging it sincerely, that was a situation that shouldn't have been in the first place. You don't need to worry about, I think you're a little bit concerned about karma on that one. You don't need to be. That relationship was bad for absolutely everybody involved. I have some other people here who you're very interested in marrying the person that you're with. But they're a little squirrely around some, there's a lot of conflict energy. And this actually genuinely is around money for the most part. You're not going to, it's important to maintain separate credit, separate money. It's going to always be in relationships. It actually puts a lot of strain on a relationship to kind of integrate all finances together. And if at all possible, it's a good idea to keep your money separate. Listen, I have one that I'm like trying to dance around. How in the world am I supposed to say this? I have somebody who is wondering about somebody that they met earlier this year. And you really, really like the person, but you kind of suspect they haven't been telling you the truth about something, okay? They haven't been. You're right. They did lie to you. Can you trust them? I believe so. They lied to you about a matter that they were ashamed of. And that's all. Like once they kind of didn't know how to tell you when they first met you. I think they've been through bankruptcy. I think they maybe have been through bankruptcy. And they've been trying really hard not to talk about a couple of things with you. It's not because they're a liar. They're ashamed. And they don't need to be. They don't need to be. Everybody makes mistakes. But that's where you've been picking up on something's not right. They're just ashamed. They're just ashamed. If you talk to them, if you say, hey, this and this, did you file for bankruptcy? They will talk to you about it. Nobody ever taught them how to handle money. And they made really big mistakes. They didn't do all the work on figuring out what those interest rates meant. And they got in trouble. And they had to file for bankruptcy. And they do try and hide it from you. They still have a good job. I have trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. Children, your love life is being affected by children. I know what this is about, and I'm going to talk to you about it in a second. Free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. And then past life relationships. You have known each other before. Do I want one more? Honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of the holiday time together. Okay, so someone is also involved in a current relationship in which and try to watch this, you actually are bringing your stuff from your childhood into the relationship. And it's okay. It's okay that you're doing that. When I'm asking whether or not you can trust a person and the card that comes out is trust, it's a yes. You can trust your person. Your bringing past stuff to this. Now, for the person who, like, you suspect the guy you're dating, and I do believe it's a guy, is actually bankrupt. You're right. You're right. Talk to them. They're still a really good partner. They're still a really good partner. In fact, part of what led to that was they were trying really hard to be a good partner for somebody else. You can still trust them, just maybe don't have them do the household accounting when you do end up together, okay? All right, group number 2. That was, again, I'm always liking the yes, you can trust them answers on these, and I've had 2 in a row. You can trust your person. Thank you so much for joining me. If you enjoyed this reading, don't forget to subscribe. There's a button over there or down below. If you drop a comment in the comment section down below, I will enter you in my free reading giveaway. If you would like to book me for a private reading, there's going to be an insert in a moment that has all the information on how to contact me. My website has all my prices, and I'd love a chance to read for you in real life. Group number 2, there's some stuff there, mostly with make sure you maintain your independence. Make sure you maintain your independence, and everything will be fine. There's a lot more to life than basically how we handle our finances. And then for the people who are waiting for this person who is just so hyper-focused on trying to reestablish stability, know that they're doing their absolute best, okay? And it is just the state of the world that's freaking them out a little bit. Thank you for joining me. I will see you next time. Take care and be well. Welcome back. If you chose candle number 3, pile number 3, then this is your candle. This is your reading. Your candle was anointed first with truth serum and then with lady of the house. Now, this does not mean to be gendered. If you're in a same-sex relationship, then don't worry. This has nothing to do with actually a wife, a spouse. What it does have to do with is the respect accorded to somebody's partner. And that's what this is about. Can you trust their intentions? Can you trust that they are respecting you? This is from Art of the Root. I am in no way affiliated with that company or with Inexplicable Things, which is the other company that I use so much. I just like their products. I just like their products. So we're going to check on the intentions here, but let's talk about what's on your spell place first. So first of all, blue is the communication color, so that's why the candles are blue. And then I have sugar, that is to draw things in. It makes it also sweetens the truth. I have lapis, that is blessed, empowered, and activated to draw the truth into you. By the way, this is not the same thing as a full professional 7-day working, but what it does do is I draw and kind of activate all energies about truth. If you concentrate on this and just try and kind of draw it towards you, one of the things this will do is help inspire dreams that will show you the truth. I have 2 pink quartz hearts, that is to help draw the energy of loving, because we're almost exclusively talking about relationships here. I suppose it's possible that somebody has like tuned in for a business relationship and this would still function, but for the most part it has been about romantic relationships. And then I have mint, which dissolves all energy blockages around communication. That's to allow the truth to come in. It may come to you in dreams, by the way. So do be aware of that. And then I have carnations, which are about amplifying and magnifying the power attendant to any spell. You have the manga deck bringing you your predictive spread. The Ace of Wands is the start of something new and exciting. I have To Be Fair. Good. With Flexible. The reason it hurts so much to separate is because our souls are connected. That's your soulmate card. I have Dragon's Lair. Oh, that's a card about peril. With Spirit of Place. Caring Connections. 7th Chakra, Archangel Uriel, and then the Angel of Love. Okay. Well, that looks pretty auspicious, but let's get going here. All right, so soulmate connection all over the place. Now, what if this is the group where like somebody's like, hey, but I want to watch this video, and I didn't realize it was mostly about relationships. Do understand that soulmates don't have to be a romantic connection. This is pretty clearly a soulmate connection. Yeah. Okay, let's get going here. Can I get the rest of this story here? What are the intentions here? Can we trust them? What are the intentions of the person involved? Here we go. 1, and 2. I'm going to cut on 3. Guess I'm taking this guy. All right, I have the 7 of Pentacles in the upright. I have the Sun in the upright. I have the Empress in the upright. The World. 4 of Wands in reverse. 5 of Swords in the upright. I have the Queen of Swords in reverse. I have the 6 of Wands in reverse. I have the Page of Swords in reverse. What else do we have going on here? Can I get the rest of this, please? Spirit of Place with Dragon's Lair. What's going on? I'm hoping that we have just a continued you can trust everybody thing, but maybe not. Let's find out. Let's go, let's go. All right. 6 of Pentacles in reverse. Things are pretty out of balance in this connection right now. You're wondering what's going to happen here. Okay. We have the 9 of Wands in the upright. Oh, tired. King of Swords in the upright. Tower in reverse. 2 of Wands in reverse. King of Wands in the upright. It's looking dicey there for a moment. There we go. Strength card in reverse. Fool card in the upright. Ace of Swords in the upright. Ace of Cups in reverse. 10 of Wands in reverse. 2 of Pentacles in reverse. One more. The Magician in the upright. That's not the one I want to end on, but okie dokie. 4 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. So what are your person's intentions towards you? Well, at this present time, they don't know. Can you trust them? Sometimes. I wish it was a clearer answer on that. Your person is, and they don't think of it this way, your person is a little naturally manipulative. They are used to, they can basically do, they may do actual magic, but they can make things happen. And they've always been able to make things happen. And they don't necessarily think about it as being a manipulative person, but they are able to essentially manipulate reality around them. Can you trust them? Yes. Do they have a really bad habit of like not consulting with other people about what should be done and just acting on it as if maybe they have? Oh Lord, yes. So you've been kind of left out in the cold by this person. And it has not felt good. It has not felt even a little bit good. You're wondering, listen, sooner or later, and it's going to be sooner rather than later, you're going to be back in contact with this person. I do see this as a likely no contact situation. You're going to have like kind of a long discussion about their tendency to act unilaterally, as if they have, they're not thinking of it this way, but they act in a way that has an impact on you without talking to you about it. You can trust their intent, but sometimes know that they're not telling you the truth. They're not telling you the truth because they have decided that for whatever reason, and they're an ethical person. They're a good human being. And by the way, they love you. They do love you. They actually love you very, very much. This one's hard. This one's hard because they're a good human being, but honest to goodness, sometimes they are lying to you. Sometimes they're not telling you the truth about things. And is it to, it's because they think they figured things out and that they're doing the best thing that they should in the situation. And they're not thinking about how inherently disrespectful that is to another person. They mean well. They mean well. And so can you trust them? Yes. You can trust that they're never setting out to hurt you. That said, sometimes they have kind of an appalling habit of, again, acting unilaterally. You're not in contact at the moment, and you're not actually going to be for a little bit. And a little bit means a good solid 2 months. This person is, they get caught up within an internal conflict. There is some reason that they are very hesitant to get involved with you, and it's not personal. It's not personal to you, it's personal to them. They are concerned, quite frankly, they have concerns that they'll hurt you. Yeah. They know that they might be struggling with a chemical imbalance. Now, is it a full chemical imbalance where they've got to have medication? No, actually. It's a little bit borderline, and they're able to manage it through basically diet and exercise if they would. They frequently don't choose the right things, by the way. So you're very insecure in this relationship at the moment. Understand that you don't need to be. You don't need to be. But the question at hand was, can you trust this person? This is hard because they're a very good person. And they're never gonna, but they shouldn't be doing some of the things that they're doing. So it's not a case of being trustworthy as much as like you need to have like a meeting with this person when you're back on the right road, and you're going to be. King of Wands in the upright, that Ace of Cups in reverse, but it comes out with the 10 of, like, the frustration that you've had around this is going to end. There is going to be communication. There is a new start. This person pulled kind of far away from you. And they did it without explaining to you why. And that's where the whole, hey, sometimes they don't tell you the truth. It's not the same thing. They don't lie. They don't, well, they have. But they're not out to deceive you for a bad reason. They think that they're doing the right thing. They think that they're doing the right thing. So can you trust them? Yes, but you need good boundaries with this person because they're not reconciliation. They are not let go of control issues, retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. Don't worry about that card. That actually, that's fun. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. So I have yet another group where you're kind of not together right now, and you're wondering why this person pulled so far away from you. You wonder if they told you the truth at the time. No, they lied. They lied. They did lie. They thought it was for the right reason, worth waiting for, or this could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner that you seek. Hey, group number 3. So this is not the world's best news. Your person does lie to you sometimes. You do need to try and, when you are in a relationship, because you haven't quite gotten it to gel. You haven't quite gotten it to gel yet. In some instances, you were together in the past. In most, no, it hasn't quite happened yet. Your person, again, they don't think of it this way, but they are often acting from an agenda. And they mean well, and you can trust their intent, but they shouldn't be doing what they're doing. So it's a little bit of a mixed bag. They should not attempt to do some of the things they do when it comes to you. Or other people. It's not like you're the first person they've ever been like, well, I will just decide this and not inform the other person, and I will know best. And that's your person's kind of worst trait, is that they don't understand that they're pretty freaking fallible. We have angels of the 4 directions, and they get it wrong. They get it wrong, and particularly in personal relationships, on kind of a... They try to approach emotions way too logically. The fact is they're really afraid of their own feelings. This is all going to work out. I have angels of the 4 directions. You basically have your guardians and your guides on this. The honoring path, joy is fun. Deserving, loss. Okay, so hidden motivations. Of course there's hidden motivations. That's this energy. And by the way, that joy is fun with hidden motivations, again, that's a masking combination. But also their hidden motivations, they think they're doing the right thing, but they're not overly wedded to the truth sometimes. And it is not that they would ever lie to you in order to deceive and mistreat you, but they have a little trouble being honest with themselves about things, and sometimes they're not very honest with you. So over the course of time, that is something to address, and you're separate right now. We have the Four of Swords in the upright. That is, you're just basically in this great big timeout. Page of Pentacles in the upright. Should I just pick these all up? Okay. Empress in reverse. King of Cups in reverse. King of Wands in the upright. This is awesome. Okay, so listen, there's healing coming to you in this relationship. Everything, new beginnings as well. Everything is working out with this person. But that said, you have reason to be watching this. Like, you kind of know that they tried to pull a fast one on you. And even though it came from a place of good intent, nonetheless, it was not telling you the truth and making decisions for you. You are going to have the opportunity to work on that with them. And why did they do it? They meant well. They meant well. But that is, you need to talk to them about, that's some patriarchal bull stuff. Sincerely, they shouldn't do that. And they don't think of it that way, but they're a little prone to it. They're a little smarter than most other people, and they know they're not smarter than you. And by the way, it's part of the reason that you kind of freak them out. But they're used to being very, very bright and being the person who makes the decisions, and it's usually the right one. And they don't think about how inherently disrespectful that is to you. You will get the opportunity to address that. So it's a little bit of a yes, you can trust them as a human being. And a no, don't always assume that they are telling you the absolute gospel truth. That is something you're going to have to work out in your relationship. And you will have a relationship, and it's coming to you in the not very distant future. And what does that mean? It means within 90 days of this. Within 90 days of this, you are in a relationship with this person. And that is one area that you're going to want to try. At least that's what I've got in my cards. It's a general reading. It can't hold true for everybody. One of the things that you're going to have in that relationship is kind of a serious talk about how that's not appropriate. What they're doing is simply not appropriate. And they mean well, but okay. That's not a panacea. That's not a catch-all for, oh, well, good intentions, then you're off the hook. No, they need to be truthful with you. And it is something that you're going to need to address head on. I wouldn't do it right away, wait for a couple weeks into the relationship. That person gets skittish. It's part of the reason that they do this. And they because they try and deal with their emotions logically, you freak them out because they kind of can't when it comes to you. And that's the only thing to be aware of. Get settled into that, oh, we're doing this, oh, I love you too, type of thing. And then for real, you've got to tell them, don't do that any longer. And that's another predominant energy that's been showing up in my other readings as well. Somebody out there needs to know, hey, they think they're doing it for a good reason, but lying's lying and they need to cut the crap. So if you like this reading, please don't forget to subscribe. There's a button over there and down below. Don't forget to drop a comment in the comment section down below. I will automatically enter you in my free reading giveaway. I give away a 60-minute free reading once a month, every month for the remainder of 2020. If you would like to book me for a private reading, there's going to be an insert in a moment that contains all the information on how to contact me, and my website has all my prices, and I'd love a chance to read for you in real life. Group number 3. When you get the chance, stand firm and set those boundaries. They mean well, but you're not a child. You're not a child, and you don't need to be lied to for your own good. Okay? Take care. Be well. I'll see you next time. Welcome back. If you chose candle number 4, pile number 4, then this is your candle, this is your reading. And your candle was anointed first with truth serum and then with healing oil. This means somebody has already done you wrong. If you notice this candle's leaning slightly, it's because it's the one that accidentally got knocked over and I had a hard time reaffixing it afterwards. Don't worry about that, it hadn't been lit yet. So let's talk about what's on your spell place first. Blue is here for the color of communication and for clarity. I have sugar, which helps sweeten the truth, but do know this is a true spell. It is a true spell, so interacting with this will start bringing the energy of the truth to you. This is like Magical Takeout. You don't need to be present to have energies that are conjured available to you. That said, it's not the same thing as a professional working. It's just a little boost to your energy. So try and kind of focus on that. You can pause it as well and to draw that energy towards you, particularly in dreams. The truth has a tendency to come to you. It is surrounded by blessed, empowered, and activated lapis, which helps clarify things and bring truth to us. I have 2 pink quartz hearts as well. That's to help bring it. It's about love for the most part. There may be other people asking about other relationships, and it's possible that will be revealed in the reading. I'm approaching this as a relationship read. I do have mint to dissolve any energetic blockages around communication and to allow the truth to flow to us. And then I have carnations because they up the power of any spell being done. I'm not sure why carnations are so powerful. They're very, very hardy, so maybe that's really what it is. Okay, I put the Ace of Cups on this one. This is the, that's the start of something new and fulfilling in an emotional capacity, and it has come to the edge. Okay. Your soulmate card is life is a great big canvas. Throw all the paint on it that you can. I have storm fields, oh dear, with dry desert. Ooh, okay. I have Archangel Shemuel, the 3rd chakra, that's your solar plexus, goddess of the moon, and then the 2nd chakra, Archangel Ariel. All right, power, 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 but not a lot of answers. Let's keep going. Let's find out what's going on here. Stormfields and then dry desert. So here's my read on that, is that you have been in a period of just absolutely freaking nothing happening. Get ready, things are changing. You're gonna need your power, you're gonna need your intuition. There's gonna be a lot happening, come to the edge. You're going to kind of be pushed to the edge of something as well. This is interesting, healing, healing, healing. Are you going to be healed soon? That'd be awesome. Let's get going here. Can I get the spread for, this is the Everyday Witch deck. It's one of my dedicated relationship decks. I didn't put the decks underneath the cards this time, the oracle cards. Just it makes it a little bit more challenging to film, so I liked it flush against the table this time. All right, let's get going here. Can I get the rest of this? Can I get the... Okay. 6 of Cups in the upright. I love that card for a soulmate card. It can be about the past too. It can be about memories and things that have already gone by. It can be about being kind of trying to leave the past behind as well. You coming? Oh, the Tower. Yes. That's the Stormfield card as well. Okay, can I get going here? I would be so amazed if a 6 of Cups connection ends with somebody not being able to be trusted, but we have the Knight of Swords in reverse. We have the 8 of Pentacles in reverse. We have the King of Wands in reverse. Wheel of Fortune in the upright. Knight of Cups in the upright. Ace of Wands in reverse. Ace of Swords in the upright. Empress in the upright. 9 of Swords in reverse. World in reverse. 8 of Swords in reverse. 9 of Pentacles in reverse. I'm going to shuffle 3 times, put this down, cut, and just take the cards. Okay, can I get the rest of the cards for this read, please? Okay. 2 swords in the upright, 4 swords in reverse. I'm sorry, in the upright with the Hermit in reverse. 5, so, okay. Heavens to Betsy. Okay. All right, healing group. So we're dealing with a yes or no. Can you trust the person that you're with? I'm sorry. I know it sounds like I just stalled entirely. Here's the thing. Yes. Yes. That said, there is something going on. Your focus is being drawn to other things in your life. Your person, it looks to me like they're dealing with a situation in their life that they have not actually told you anything about. That is the one area where can you trust them? Yes, but they conceal way too much from you. They have a tendency of like withdrawing whenever anything's going wrong. It leaves you really, really shut out. Is there? This has been a good reading, because I have not seen any like problems with infidelity. I have not seen anybody, you know, who's a player just gathering people up. These are all essentially committed relationships. There is a varying degree of, and it's mostly people in separation, it looks like. Wonder if I've accidentally roped up the twin flames again, which happens to me constantly. I don't have any of the twin flame cards. I'm going to keep going here though. So, can you trust your person? Yes, but here's the problem. They don't communicate properly. And it causes you so much frustration. Heart-to-heart conversations, this could be the one. Yeah. They need to learn how to do things differently. They try to deny their feelings, and they deal with them in ways that are not productive. The way they handle conflict is just, it's among the worst. Like they try to run away from it. I like your person. I like your person overall, but they try to choose the path of least resistance, because quite frankly, they're a little lazy. Okay, we have trust. This situation is calling on you to have faith. So, oddly enough, like all four groups ended up with, like if there's a rotten person out there, I'm not the person who's reading them today. You can trust your person. They conceal things from you, but they conceal things from themselves. It genuinely is not about you. They're learning how to do new things. There is a change coming up in all of this. And like for a while as I was pulling these cards, I'm like, oh crap, this isn't gonna work out. like for real, I got all the way to over here before it was like, oh, okay, no, you're fine. Everything's good. So what in the world's going on? Your person has, if not a full-blown anxiety, and you, by the way, have anxiety issues as well, but you're getting much better at learning how to deal with them. You genuinely are. Your person is not gifted at it. And that's going to cause more problems than almost anything else. But do they lie to you? No, not really. They're not great about, like, they hide from feelings way too much. They have a lot of conflict about their feelings for you. They're not, this is strange. I have multiple scenarios here. In at least one instance, the person that you're really, really kind of into, they just weren't sure that they were the right person for you. Like, they knew the feelings were there, but they think you're very, very different from one another. And they've been very concerned about, like, what it means if you try and be together. And you haven't been together yet. Like, I don't think you've, like, had any alone time together. Well, that's not true. You haven't, it hasn't led to anything that's romantic. They've had a lot of questions around that. It's because of a view that they've held of you that they're, I have to be honest, they've got you on a little bit of a pedestal. Fragmented energy. They're getting over that part. They are getting over that part. Listen, I'm so sorry how slow this person is, but they just are. Could be an earth sign. I've got the King of Pentacles up there. This is back and forth. Yeah, oh my goodness. So, come to the edge. Listen, your person is having a hard time. The vast universe, the sacred temple. I would like one more, like maybe something that has actually, this is, yeah, playing it safe. Yeah, that's the problem that we're having. Your person is very risk averse. Very risk averse. Hidden motivations with freaking happy success this time. All right, so hidden motivations is, in this instance, they sometimes, they have had questions about whether or not they're the right person for you. It's not a bad thing though. It's, oddly enough, they've wondered whether or not they are good enough for you. They actually hold you in a very high level of esteem. They are very risk averse and they do things very, very slowly. Do you know that they are doing things and that there is a path forward for you here? Can you trust them? 100% you can trust this person as a human being. Like, you could trust them with your frickin' the integrity of your eyesight. Sincerely, they're one of the most trustworthy human beings on the face of the earth. And yet, they're not the most emotionally healthy person. And so sometimes it's going to be a little bit of a tough situation, because they hide. They're not super courageous. They're just not, and that's not to say they're a coward. They're not. They're just, they're not. A little bit. They're a little fear ruled. They're a little fear ruled. But they're not held back by it forever. It's just, it takes them a really long time to do anything. And like I said, for a while in that reading, I was like, oh no, this is going to be the pile where I get to tell people, I'm sorry, it's time to move on. They are going to be in your life before the end of this year. And that sounds terrible, but this is August. So genuinely, it's less than 6 months. And it's likely before that. Here's what happens with your person. And it's what will finally get through to them, is that every time they try and move on, and I am sorry, but they do try and move on a regular basis. They really are pretty convinced that they are not the person for you. And there is actually a good reason. It's like, it's not just them being like controlling. It's not. Or assuming things that they don't know. There's a good reason. It has something to do with their own life. Like, they have habits that you don't. You're part of the reason they hold you in such high esteem is that you get things done. And you take care of yourself, and you're capable of overcoming very easily. And you know what? Historically, they haven't been. And they know that. And so the reason that they think that maybe you're not the right pairing, they're getting over that part. But it caused them a lot of questions. And they act super slowly, and you don't. And so kind of what you need to do is your own thing. You have to do your own thing and just continue moving on with your life. The universe is saying this is your pairing and to trust it. And that if you can just kind of concentrate on your own stuff and don't push on that person. Don't push on that person, like, in any way. Don't try and energetically encourage them. No magic. No magic on this one. Healing is okay. You can send them healing energy, and that's it. Just don't try and interfere too much energetically with them. They're not wrong, is the thing. They're not wrong. This is a challenging relationship. You're very similar, and yet you're very different. And it's part of the reason that it's going to be a really good pairing when it gets off the ground. The only thing that you have to, like, when it comes to trust, do they conceal things? Yeah, they do. They don't tell you the things that you have a right to know sometimes. So we have twin flames, and I knew that was going to happen. Your passion ignites, manifesting miracles. Your dream is soon to become a reality. Trust your heart and continue to follow its guidance. Forgiveness. Stop focusing your energy on past events, for life is too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think and imagine. If you could do anything, what would it be? The answer dwells in your heart, not in your mind, for the heart is the gateway to the soul. Group number 4, hey, can you trust your person? You can trust that they love you. You can trust that they are, when they're committed to somebody, they're very, very committed. And they're actually very committed to you on a level that it's not, they care so very much about you that they were willing to not be with you. Because they have questions about whether or not you're right for each other. That has been like resolving because they can't get over you. They've been trying though. They did try to move on. And that is the part that you're likely going to have to try and forgive, because they're going to tell you about that. And it's going to be almost everything you can do not to just like throw something at them. Because you, death in reverse, new life, transformation, rising from the ashes. This is Spooky, my divine message deck. It channels messages. It's just the Emperor in the upright. All right. Standing in power. There we go. Can I get some more, please? I try to let this deck have jumpers. It doesn't always, and I will put it down and cut. Spooky, I'm going to put you down and cut if you don't start spitting out some cards. They had legitimate questions about whether or not you two are right for one another. And you kind of didn't, and you just kind of missed. There we go, 6 of Wands in reverse. Moon in reverse. Can I get one more card to close it out, spooks? There we go. Yeah. Queen of Pentacles in the upright, 4 of Cups in reverse. Okay, so listen, hey, group number 4. They had questions about whether or not you two belong to each other and with each other. And they keep coming back to, like, they can't get you out of their head. They can't. And they have tried. And the reason is 100% they're actually not wrong. You're very different in how you approach life. Frankly, you're far more of a rule follower. You're very organized and very committed to things, and they view themselves as, it's kind of hilarious, they view themselves as being very non-traditional, and they're actually very traditional, and they just kind of don't know it. When they're talking to you about whether or not, which they will be very soon, about kind of their own struggle with do we belong together and how hard they tried to forget about you, try not to let your head explode. Try not to let your head explode. You can trust this person, but understand that it wasn't as easy for them. You're a go-getter, and you focus easily, and you have a laser vision when you want something. You just go, 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 go until you get it. And guess what the universe is telling you to do? There's something else right now that you're supposed to be go, go, go getting. Let your person continue to flail around in their process just a little bit more, and put on your patience pants for when they come back into your life, and apparently present things in a way that it looks to me like it's going to almost make your head pop off. They meant well. They meant well. They 100% meant well on so many different levels. And if you can kind of breathe deep and relax, understand that when they start presenting all of the ways in which they kind of tested things, this is the only thing that's bothering me about this, is that they tested things too often, and they don't think of it as they were being a little selfish. They were being a little selfish because they really, it's sweet. They have themselves convinced that you could have anybody that you want. And so they didn't think about the fact that how much you really want them and how much it was hurting you to be denied access to them. They just, what they were focusing on was, I don't think I'm good for her or him or her. I don't think I'm good for them. And I'll just try and move past this because it wouldn't work out. And then they try to do that, and they dream about you like every night for a month. And they understood, and they have been understanding, that you are their soulmate. You are their twin flame. And they know they know that they have messed up a few things. Know that you can work all of this out, and they are worth it. They are worth it. But the trust thing, a little bit of a mixed bag. I'm going to go with a little bit of a no. A little bit of a no. Simply because some of, like, they shouldn't have, they had good reasons. They had good reasons, but they were lying to you. They lied to you on multiple occasions. So that's something that you're going to have to... Now, do they lie as a problem-solving technique? A little bit. A little bit. I think it has to do with some abuse in their past. That's something you're going to have to work out together. They're not wedded to the truth sometimes. And it's not something that you would have to worry about. They have beautiful emotional intent. And they love you at a level where they questioned whether or not they could possibly be worthy of you. They think very highly of you. And yet, they didn't tell you the truth. So, can you trust them? There's work to be done. There's work to be done there. Could you trust them to not cheat on you? 100%. Could you trust them to honor a commitment to you? 100%. Can you trust them that they're telling you the truth about their feelings sometimes? They've got work to do there. So, a little bit of a mixed bag. You're the only pile that got a little like, it's probably appropriate to question. So, but that's a good person who loves you. So, not the worst no ever. If you like this reading, please subscribe. There's a button over there down below. If you could give it a share, that'd be great too. If you drop a comment in the comment section down below, I will automatically enter you in my free reading giveaway. I give away a 60-minute free reading once a month, every month for the remainder of 2020. My end credits are going to contain all the information about how to contact me for a private reading if you'd like. My website has all my prices, and I'd love a chance to read for you in real life. Group number 4. I like your person overall, but they can be a real booger when they want to be. And luckily, you seem like you're super, super strong. Just walk into it prepared to know that you might have to tell this person how it's going to be going forward sometimes, okay? Take care. Be well. I'll see you next time.